She said she didn't know anything, but detectives weren't buying it. In this chilling police interview, Larissa's story starts to fall apart, one question at a time. What was she hiding? And why does Jacob Wagner's statement make everything even darker? The truth wasn't just shocking, it was disturbing. Watch closely, because the moment she slips changes everything.
Sorry, I'm supposed to record this and I forgot to hit record. So just for...
You want to go through it all again?
Well, I think we established that you know
Larissa.
and you know Christopher.
Yes.
He lived near you when you were a child.
Yeah, it wasn't his actual house. He bounced back and forth all the time, so
Okay.
he was mostly there.
And you know some of his history of what?
Not paying child support. He was violent to a lot of his female companions. There was some kind of rumor, I'm not sure how true it was, about a murder years back, and he moved to Florida. I have no idea if he ever moved to Florida or not.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I didn't see him, I just heard here and there things when I was growing up as a teenager, after I lost contact of him. And then all of a sudden, he's with Larissa, refusing to let me see my daughter, raising her as his own. He's got a temper, a marijuana problem. I'm not sure if he's on pills or anything, or any other heavy drug. I know from what Anna told me, because Anna was living with her there for a little bit, and she was sending me pictures of my daughter because I wasn't allowed to see her. So Anna would take, pictures with her, and Tatiana send them to me. She told me that Chris gets angry when he's not smoking marijuana, and he starts, just gets ballistic. Other than that, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been in that house since I've left Larissa.
Okay, so just before I left the room to start the recording equipment, you began telling me that you began your relationship with Larissa in January of 2014. You said it was good for 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
At that time, she has Mariana, Milton, Anthony, and Jordan. She's in a custody battle for Nevaeh.
Correct.
And then she gets pregnant with your daughter.
Yes.
And you said she brought in a cousin named Julio?
Yeah, a supposed cousin named Julio. What made me not believe that's her cousin is because me and her were going through a really hard time. We were arguing back and forth. She's accusing me of cheating out of nowhere. Just calling my bosses, telling them I'm a drug addict and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I used her phone, and the text messages was text messages from him, sexual text messages. We're going back and forth with each other.
Julio, you mean?
Yes, going back and forth with Julio. This is when my first year with her. I knew she was pregnant with Tatiana. She moved him in, and he just got out of prison not that long ago. I can't remember for what, though. But later on down the line, Julio...
Do you know his last name?
Gates. Julio Gates.
Hispanic?
Yes, Puerto Rican. I would say now it would probably be early to mid-30s.
So she moves him in while you're there?
Yeah, I approved of it. She told me it was his cousin. I didn't see the messages until later on after. But
Are you living with her at the time? too?
yeah,
Okay.
I moved in before him. He moved in, and we were just starting to get on a rough patch, and all of a sudden it just turned. Every night was arguing, every day was arguing. I'd spend an hour at the store just trying to get away. He eventually it came around income tax return time. Somehow she got a big chunk of change from income tax. I don't know how. I know she didn't work because she lived across the street from me for a while, before I got with her and moved in. Because I was living across the street with my sister. That's how I met her. They got a big. She got this big income tax return, and I don't know how she did it, but she gave him $1,000 for his car.
Well, when you say big, what's big?
I would say it had to been no less than 5,000. We ended up moving out. We moved into a house on Willowdale. She bought his car for $1,000. They got in some kind of argument because at this point she done kicked me out, and then she brought me back. Because I was trying to make it work, for the child, and she brought me back. And then she did that about 3 times, and then we moved into Willowdale. Those two got in an argument over me when I was at work, and she ended up telling him, like, look, you gotta go. I don't know what happened behind the closed doors, but he packed his stuff up, moved out, never gave her the car. She never talked to him until last year, beginning of 2007 or 17 actually. That was the last time I seen him. She brought him back, but after he moved out, it started getting physical. Me and her were arguing, and
Physical with just you or the children?
me.
How during this period of time? How is she treating Jordan?
She was treating him good, really good actually. Jordan was always with her nonstop. Around this time, he started eating baby food. She was feeding him on time, changing his diapers, trying to teach him how to crawl. After Julio moved out, she started getting real physical with me. We were arguing because she accused me of cheating. Because I wrestle on the weekends. I was working for a local wrestling show, and they had a show around 6 o'clock. It started. So I left the house around 4:30, and I went and did it. Following day, she started accusing me and saying I was with, her words, some white bitch. Pardon my French, but that's what she always claimed.
So during the time that you live with her, she treats Jordan appropriately?
Yeah.
When do you leave?
For good? It was maybe like about March 2016. But towards the end, she started getting really bad with Jordan.
In what way?
Every way.
So the beginning of 2016, she's...
No, probably around the end of 15, it got really bad.
And he's 3? He
Yes.
just turned 3?
Yes.
When you say she becomes really bad with him, what do you mean?
We moved into an apartment after Willowdale. We moved into an apartment on West 98th. And it just got bad. I kept trying to get a job. She kept ruining it for me. We ended up, she just stopped cleaning the house. The kids were always dirty. I always had to give them baths, feed them. She only fed certain kids. more than the others. And my belief, I believe it's a race thing for some reason. It was Nevaeh and Jordan that are always put down the most. Poor Mariana always had to watch the kids when I was gone. Mariana would call me, hey, I'm home alone with the kids. What do I do? You know, I'd come over, help her. But
So she only feeds certain kids?
if she bought treats and stuff, only certain kids, Nevaeh and Jordan wouldn't get them.
Are they Caucasian?
Yes, they're part Caucasian. She's full Cuban. Jordan, I know his dad's white. I'm not sure what his race is, though. Same with Christopher Upton. But she...
So you think she's prejudiced against the Caucasian children?
Yeah. The way it looked at it, you know, I hate to turn it into some sort of race thing, but, you know, she's obviously not racist against white guys, you know, because I'm part white myself.
What else are you?
Mexican.
Okay.
German and Mexican. We moved into 98th, and she just got so bad. You know, the house was always dirty. You know, I did my best. I got real close to Jordan and Nevaeh because, you know, for some reason those two connected the best with me. You know, and I felt so bad for those two. I had to stop her several times for hitting Jordan. Several times. I told her, stop. There was a point she pulled a knife out on me due to it. Nevaeh, I was happy in a way to see Nevaeh go. I was sad because I felt like I was losing my best friend, you know. But the poor little girl, you know, she was always just... She would sit there and tell her bad things about her dad, you know. She was... I had probably like around 5, 6, Nevaeh was. She would just tell her bad things about her dad. Once we got out of there, we moved into 80th in Detroit. That's where all this happened at. I was in and out, living out of my car. I remember one time I walked in because me and her sorted things out over the phone. You know, I went into the store, picked up some food for him. I walked in, and she was trying to potty train Jordan. And she was calling him a retard. What else? She made fun of the size of his head. He had a lazy eye. She would call him cross-eyed. She would tell him she would want to smack him in the face because he looks like his dad. But when I walked into that door, she shoved a goddamn sock in the kid's mouth and shoved him in the corner because he was crying because she hit him and put him in the corner. And that just turned into a complete argument right there. She threw me out. I called 696 Kids. I ended up going back again because I was scared. You know, I felt like I don't know what was going to happen to Jordan, the other kids, Tatiana, my daughter. My mom ended up getting really sick. She was admitted in the emergency room for about 2 weeks. I want to say it was. She got out, and I go, Larissa, I want to go see my mom. You know, she kept me from my family. I couldn't see any of them. She's very control freak. I went to walk out. She grabbed me by the collar of my shirt, and I had a glass ashtray, a Harley Davidson one. And she grabbed me by the collar of my shirt because she kept blocking the front door. And she kept telling me, you gotta go. She was hitting me. You know, that was nothing new. Michelle even seen me one time with scratches on my face. I lied to her and told her it was a cat. But she grabbed me by the collar of my shirt when I went for the back door. Because there's the front door, you can walk through the hallway past the stairs, and there's the back door. Mm-hmm. She grabbed me by the neck of my t-shirt. Bam! Fractured my nose, there's blood everywhere on me. I shoved her. I ran out the back door, and I went to the rapid station. I went to my sister's house, and that's when I was like, enough is enough. I gotta get a lawyer. I gotta get the kid out. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about the other children. I even wanted to go for custody for Jordan, but I'm not his biological dad. I talked to several lawyers. They said that it's nearly impossible. I called 696 Kids. No one ever really did anything. It just made the whole situation worse for me. She wouldn't let me see Tatiana.
Did you have any contact information for her at the present moment? Like if you wanted to see Tatiana, did you have a cell phone number?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I'm going to need.
Yeah, I can pull that out of my phone.
Could you go get that, please?
Yeah. Yeah, she changes her number quite often.
Is it because she buys track phones?
She buys Boost Mobile's phones, those cheap little $50 ones.
Okay.
Buy the phone, you get your first month free and all that.
Okay. Can you pull out her number?
Yeah, my phone's booting up right now. It's almost dead, so I turned it off just in case this happened. Yeah, she had a flip phone once before, but that was just because she was broke and just needed something real quick. I'm not sure if those phones are traceable. I do know you can get them in like just a fake name. Alright, 1 second. Okay, it's 216 456 4301.
How recent is that?
That was the one I just texted her at Monday.
Okay, so 216-456-4301.
Yeah, I'm not sure what time she was arrested, but at 7:06, that was the last text message I got from her. It said no problem because I was asking about a dental appointment for Tatiana. I also have a...
Is that AM or PM?
PM. I have another number, I believe, still. It was her previous number to this one. Dad, I'm sorry. Okay, here it is. Here's the previous number. It's now shut off. It's 216-820-3714. That one's been shut off for a few. I just never had time to go and change it.
Did you have enough communication with her to know when Chris went to jail? Or did you know Chris was in jail?
I knew he was in jail from just he said, she said stuff. She actually, Monday night was really weird. I don't talk to her often. It's, hey, she fell and bumped her head, or hey, she's got to pull up on because I was driving for a long time, or I made her appointment for this day. Other than that, it's quick, short, and sweet because she had 2 men assault me on December 11th last year. Turned out it was Anthony's dad, Anthony Cummings, and another male, because she was cheating on me with him and Chris. There was
That was December 11th of 2016?
yes. I went and made a report. I came down here and everything, and no one ever did anything. I don't know if you guys
Where
saw
did that assault take place?
right in front of her house.
Okay.
I ended up, my now fiance was able to pull one of them off of me, and I got in the car and we drove to a gas station right down the street, around the corner, and just saw him in public, and I called my lawyer. She called 911 for me. But sorry, I got off topic. Monday night, she was acting really weird. She, like I said, I was going to ask her if I could keep her till Wednesday, because I got her Monday, Tuesday, and then I was supposed to drop her off Tuesday night, pick her up Wednesday morning. So I was I was going to ask her, can I keep her till the end of Wednesday? before I was able to say anything, she goes, I'm going to need you to keep Tatiana till Sunday. I go, okay. She goes, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now concerning the children. And that's when I go, is everything okay? Because she started crying out of nowhere, just started bawling her eyes out. And she goes, yeah, I'm being accused of murdering my son. They said they found his head in 130th or something. It's the sketch of that little boy that's everywhere. They said that they swabbed her mouth, swabbed his mouth. They dug up a dead dog. And they found nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. And she goes, Chris is in jail for child support out in Medina, I want to say she said. It was somewhere like that. I can't remember exactly, but she said that. She goes, he keeps accusing me of sleeping with you when we go and do the drop-offs and the pickups. She goes, Jordan's at her house right now, sitting in his room. And
She said that to you Monday night?
yeah, Monday night, 5 o'clock.
So at 5 o'clock at night, she tells you Jordan's at home?
Yeah, she told me Jordan was at home and they're just looking for another dead kid. And I was like, oh, well, shit. I don't know what to do. I took Tatiana and put her in my car. I immediately called my fiance. I'm like, Larissa just told me this really weird story. I don't know if it's true, if it's false, because I didn't hear of anything. I didn't even hear of the little boy until Tuesday, yesterday. I go, I'm thinking about calling to my lawyer and the guardian, Bill Weston.
You know that we found Jordan.
I just found out, actually. I just found out. I didn't know how until just recently, because Anna.
I mean, we found him yesterday.
Yeah. I heard something about that, but then I seen another newscasting saying that she didn't. So it was kind of up in the air for me. I just didn't want to believe you guys did.
Okay, I just wasn't sure you were clear about that.
Yeah, no. And that's what I think is pretty sick. She told me the kid was in his room, And I was gonna call my lawyer, try to see if I can keep Tatiana until this is all settled. Tuesday morning comes, I get a text from Kaylee. She dropped off Tatiana at my sister's house. She goes, the police are gonna be calling you. Answer, it's important. I don't know what's going on. I'm at work.
So, I'm confused. Who is...
Kaylee's my fiance.
Okay.
She drove Tatiana to my sister's house because I had to leave super early.
Okay.
So she drove her to my sister's house so my sister could babysit her.
All right.
And then they contacted Jadine, and she wasn't able to get through to me at first. So Kaylee texted me, and that's when I talked to Bill Roser. He told me, he didn't try to, he tried to like not tell me the full thing at first. He just wanted to question Tatiana, and I brought it up to him.
Who is Bill Roser?
He is the social worker that I've been going through.
Okay.
And Erica Black is the other one, Blackman.
Okay, I'm familiar with her.
Yeah, those two are the ones that contacted me. She was actually at the hearing for the custody
Okay.
that I just did yesterday.
So,
I'm sorry.
Are you telling me that at times she didn't feed Jordan?
Yeah, there's times I had to go and feed him myself because I walk in the house, the other kids are eating, and poor Jordan's just sitting there, just eating.
Did he not have any inclination to eat, or she wouldn't allow him to eat?
No, he could eat. Right towards the end of our relationship, he was walking just fine. It took him a little bit. He had a really bad delay. He was a premature baby.
Okay.
Really sick, bad health issues.
Well, I understand that he was born without a functioning kidney.
Yeah.
And when you say he's really sick, did he require dialysis?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
what you mean by that.
Well-
like by seeing by a doctor, he had to help me grow. That helped him really well.
So if he had to have dialysis, you would know about it. He would have to go to a dialysis center and...
Yeah, no, he never had that.
Okay, so he doesn't have like failing kidneys. He has one functioning kidney.
Yes.
When you say sickly, what do you mean? That
He was always like had urinary tract infections. I don't know what from. I don't know if it was normal or anything.
did she take him to the doctor more than the other kids?
No, about the same. It was about the same. I was very ignorant to the situation.
You're young.
Yeah,
You're young, and you probably is Tatiana your first child?
yes.
Okay, welcome to parenting. You don't get a manual. You just learn as you go.
It's
Unfortunately.
thrown right at you.
Yes. So, did you ever know of Jordan to have an issue with his head where he dug at his scalp to the point where his hair was falling out or his skin or scalp was open?
No. When he was little, he used to pull his hair and it would just fall out. But.
Did they ever say he was autistic?
No. No, not that I know of.
How did he communicate?
There for a while it was just jibber jabbers and pointing. He wasn't catching on to speaking very well.
Okay, but he didn't. He's not the kind of kid that doesn't talk at all and just stares at the ceiling or focuses
no.
on some inanimate object and pulls
No.
his hair out.
No,
Why would he pull his hair?
I don't know. He used to lay down on his bed and go like. I think he was trying to play with it because he had a little lengthy hair when I first seen him, and he used to rock himself. Doctor said that was due to being in the incubator. I think that's what those are called. For a while, because he was in there for a while. I guess when he was first born, I didn't know him at the time, but he spent a good few months. Larissa said. And he would always rock himself,
Is he the type of child that's inconsolable?
No, he understood everything. He would get up and play with other kids.
Is he affectionate?
Yes.
Was he affectionate to his mother?
No. He was always coming to me, nonstop. She also has a friend named Maddie. I don't remember her last name. One of those two might know. He was really close to Maddie as well.
He being...
Jordan, yes, I'm sorry. Jordan was kind of close to Maddie as well.
Why doesn't he have a familial... Why do you think he doesn't go to her?
She didn't care.
Do the other children have a bond with her?
I'm not sure about Mariana. I know Junior was always on the side of her hip. She was always holding him.
Is that Anthony?
Yes, Anthony, I'm sorry. Bubba, his name is Milton, little Milton. He was really close to her as well. Nevaeh was kind of a loner. I used to sit down with Nevaeh and draw a lot. We listened to music together. It was kind of a weird situation with Nevaeh. She was affectionate, but she wasn't all lovey-dovey all the time. You know what I mean?
Is Jordan an affectionate child with you?
Me? Yes, he was. He was really affectionate. That little boy loved me. The first thing he ever said was "daddy" to me. He didn't know his biological dad. Larissa doesn't even know where he's at. She hasn't seen the guy since.
Why would you think Larissa would have so many children?
It's not sound offensive. Enjoys intercourse a little too much. But not with the same guy. You know what I mean? It's the one toy gets boring after a while. I really don't want to. I'm not trying to say she's a whore, but it's. You know what I'm saying, right?
Look, I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. If there's something
No, I
you
just
want
don't.
to share
I
with
just
me,
don't want to sound very disrespectful. Or
I can appreciate that you're respectful.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm asking is there a financial angle here? I mean, is she?
She was. I didn't know she was on Section 8 for the longest. She was collecting, or she was getting her houses on Section 8. She was spending and living off of Jordan's SSI check. She had Pip and Heap, whatever. Food. She had $1,000 worth of food stamps at one point, and she would sell them. She would sell them to her counselor, to her Help Me Grow worker, Nancy. Yeah, and they was always looked past,
Does he work?
No, I've never known that man to work longer than a week in his life.
What's he do? Sell dope?
Probably. I was already told several times that's his goal.
Have you asked your daughter what happened to Jordan?
Or
if she knows where Jordan is?
I actually asked her. I felt wrong for doing it, but I just wanted to know what Tatiana knew. I go, where's your brother Jordan at, Tatiana? She goes, he's at a friend's house. I go, has he been there for a while? She goes, yes. Sick. I felt sick for asking, but
I understand.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me? I think that I'm at a point where we could say that. I mean, could you just summarize for me how you feel she treated Jordan?
Shit. She god awful.
Always got awful?
Yeah. Even behind my back, I know she fucking hated that kid because he needed more help. The only reason why she didn't do what she did earlier is because she wanted money. That's all she wants. It's money. She used me. She probably started using him thinking he had money. Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad for Jordan's father, he never even tried coming around, but that's his kid, man. I hope they're able to find the guy. I know he's in Texas somewhere, but it's...
Well, I will
crazy.
go about the business of seeing if I can contact him.
Yes.
Do you have any idea how she met that guy?
She used to use a website called mocospace.com. She had an app on her phone.
Is it MOCO?
Yeah.
MOCO space?
Yeah, it's basically MySpace. A big percentage of the popularity on that is Hispanic guys and women. But you'll have your here and there other races. But yeah, it's a big Hispanic thing.
Like a hookup site?
Pretty much. That's what she explained it as. It's for Hispanic people. It's like a MySpace for Hispanics.
Gotcha. And that's how she met this guy?
Yeah. That's how she met Chris too. Was Facebook with him.
Okay.
That's what I was told. I don't know how, but...
Did you ever see her discipline Jordan in a way that you felt like was just
Yes.
completely wrong?
Yeah.
Apart from the incident where she put the sock in his mouth?
Yeah, she there was a couple times I walked in the house and that poor boy sitting there with the, I fold the socks and it's thick at the one end. She shoved that in his mouth. I would walk in the house, pull it out. What the fuck are you doing? Mariana knows. He got hit, beat. He was close to Mariana as well. Mariana knows everything. I understand it's hard on that little girl, but she's seen so much. She knows. She would know more than all of me and the sisters. Mariana would.
Would she talk with me if I attempted to speak with her?
She might. She's a really smart girl.
Is she going to be thankful that she's out of that environment, or is she going to be freaking out, missing her mother?
She's probably going to miss her mom, but in another way, she's probably going to be thankful.
Okay.
She never really had good guidance. She had an issue with bathing when I was there. But that's because her mom never taught her anything, The little girl just lived, That's how everybody in the house was. It was you live. And, you know, I thought it got better after I left. I honestly thought the house got better.
I don't think so.
I don't think so neither.
I appreciate you taking the time to come in.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry I rambled on so much.
No, I'm glad that you did. We'll just go from here. If I need to talk with you again, I'll reach out to you or come see you.
Okay. Quick question though.
Okay?
With Chris, is he still in jail?
Yes.
Is he gonna remain in jail?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanna know.